Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I know I look super weird and yeah, I did not have rollers, so I used toilet roll, whatever. I'm working with what I have. I have this on because for today's look I need my hair to be super voluminous and all, so yeah, I had to put the roller on. As you can see by the title, today's video is going to be a 90s inspired supermodel makeup look, super heavy makeup. It's gonna be a long video, so let's start off without wasting any time. So to start off, I'm going to use my Maracuja oil, whichever way that's pronounced. My skin is extremely dry, and now that it's winter it gets even more dry, and I'm going to be using a matte foundation, so I need oil. And as you saw, I just took one pump of that and used it all over my face, so little goes a long way. As you know, 90s makeup was all about super bold lips and voluminous hair. My lips also get extremely dry, for which I'm going to be using a lip scrub. It's by Bite Beauty and it's the Agave Lip Scrub. Once I'm done with scrubbing my lips, I'm going to use the Smashbox O Plump Lip Plumper. Done. No, I'm not done. If only. I love this lip scrub. It removed the top layer and I don't have any dry skin on my lips anymore. Anyway, so now I'm gonna continue with my face. I'm gonna use a lot of layers on my face just because I have dry skin, like I mentioned. I did my skincare routine some time back, so I have that layer on, and then I used the Tarte Maracuja oil. Now I'm using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Oh my god, I feel a few granules of sugar on my face. I didn't remove it properly. Yeah. So now once I'm done with that, I'm gonna move on to primer, finally. Wait, do I finish eyes first? No, I want a clean canvas to begin with. So I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Primer. 2 pumps of this. Ooh, I'm smelling this after so long. My skin looks so weird. I've been getting all these pimples. It's my fault. I haven't been doing my skincare routine properly. I'm gonna move on to my foundation, and I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty 4 Filter Foundation for this, and I'm in the shade Toasted Coconut 240N. 1 pump. Let's begin. Wait, much on eyes at all. It was basically just like contouring your eyes rather than putting eyeshadow. So my eyes are going to be extremely neutral for this look. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. I'm going to start off with contouring my eyes. So the shade that I'm going to use is my transition shade, is called Lazarus, and it's this light gray kind of color. I'm going to put it in my crease. I think we have guests over, so I'm going to talk softly. Okay, so the next color that I'm going to use is this, a light brown. It's an extremely cool tone brown, so I think I want to mix it with this brick shade. Very little, like mix it up and make sure you dust it. I'm gonna take this bone colored shade that we have in the palette. It's called Ludwin, whatever. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it on my lid. I already love how it looks. Do you see the difference? Love it. Next, I'm going to take the same brush that I used before and blend out the edges. Also, for this look, you don't even have to do all this. You can literally just take your bronzer and put it in your crease. That's what I would do if I did not have such pigmented lids. So this is the bronzer I use. It's the Laura Geller New York bronzer in the shade Matte Sunset Bronze. So I just take a little bit of that and go in my crease. It's literally the only thing you need to do. You don't even need to add in the colors that I used. So if I have time, I use the colors. If I don't have time, I just put the concealer and the bronzer. Also with the 90s, nothing is seamless on their face. Nowadays we want everything to be seamless. You don't want the contour to show. You don't want you want the brightness in your under eyes and your contour to seem seamless. But in 90s it wasn't like that. The under eyes were bright, the contour was dark, the blush was heavy, the bronzer was all over. It was a mess. So that's what I'm gonna do. Not really a mess, but it's all gonna be super in your face. Because I have super dark under eyes, I do have to use a concealer to cancel that out. So for that, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20 Sand, and then go on with a lighter concealer. I don't really like baking, but I needed it after putting so much concealer. Now we're going to move on to contouring. The main things when it came to the 90s makeup was the, well, lips, not even the hair, because that doesn't come in makeup. But yeah, the lips were huge. So contouring wasn't really done the way it's done now. Move on to contouring. I'm gonna use my Shade and Light contour palette as well. So I'm gonna use this color. This is the lightest brown color. You just put it all over the place. Do I go in with a darker brown? I don't think this is really showing up. No, I'm just gonna build on this. Even though this is not exactly how we do makeup these days, I love how this look turns out. This has been my go-to makeup ever. I don't know why this is not in my... This is supposed to be up like this. Why the hell is it down? Whatever. I really think I should zoom in. I look like a fool now. Oh my god. And now moving on to the bronzer. I'm going to use the bronzer that I showed you before. And this is how I use bronzer anyway, so it's not a big deal for me. Just take some and just swipe it all over your face. How do I look? Don't answer that. Now I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. So the late 90s and the early 90s had different eyebrows. The late 90s were super thin brows and the early 90s were a fluffy but getting to the thin brows. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. And I think my brows are perfect for that transition period because I did my brows after such a long time, and I did them like I used to do them about 3 years ago. Not thin, but like I normally have thick brows but thin brows, if you know what I mean. So this lockdown I was loving the super fluffy brows and all that, so I let them grow out. But now that I wanted to do this look, I did them like I used to do them 3 years ago, and I think it's perfect for this look. I'm just gonna fill in the bits. I'm not gonna do anything super precise. Now I'm gonna take this super old Lakme powder that I have, and it's in the shade Natural Marble. So this is the shade. I'm gonna use this to set my face and brush off the powder under my eyes. Now I'm gonna contour my nose. So I'm taking the same old Kat Von D Shade and Light palette that I had and using the lightest brown shade again. Now blush. I think blush is one thing everybody at that time used. Even when it comes to our moms, I feel like the three things that they used were lipstick, blush, and kajal, or foundation sometimes. Like foundation was, and then blush, and then lipstick and kajal. So I'm gonna use this Benefit Dandelion blush. It's an extremely pinky blush, and so people at that time never took into consideration their eyeshadow and the blush. Everything was different colors. Nobody really coordinated anything. I mean, blush was one thing everybody used, and it was super harsh. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's enough. I can't do more. Oh my god, I've never used this much blush in my life. I think I want to lighten it though. I'm gonna take the powder brush that I used and just brush it over the blush. Okay, now comes the main part, which is lipstick. I have these two shades that I've been wanting to try out and use for this look. One is this shade by Palladio Cosmetics in light brown, this one. And the other one is this by MAC Cosmetics in the shade Plum. I feel like both of them are so perfect for this. But I feel like brown was, like dark brown was the thing of 90s. So I think I should use that, even though I really love Plum. So I'm sure everybody knows this. A dark lip liner was the thing in the 90s. I think it's coming back because first of all, I do that all the time and it looks amazing. I don't know why it ever went out of trend. Even don't feel shy when it comes to overlining. Overlining was a big thing. Like usually the top lip and the bottom lip. Okay, I think just putting a gloss on this will give the perfect 90s lip. But again, it was either gloss or like a super light lipstick in the middle. I don't have a gloss with me at the moment. Oh wait, I could use the plumper. You can do that. Let me show you both of them in fact. So this is how it looks with the plumper. I feel like I want to put lipstick on. So I have two options, the MAC Velvet Teddy and the MAC Half and Half. I think both of them are beautiful. I feel like Half and Half is lighter than Velvet Teddy, so I'm going to use Half and Half. Or do I use Trendsetter? Or hold on, I know what to do.
I wonder which one is lighter. Yeah, I think this one is. Or this one. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I just have to.
I'm gonna use the Sephora Lip Stories lipstick. That's the lightest. Blend it in as much as you want. It doesn't even need to show up, to be honest. Highlighter was not at all a thing except for on the brow bone. So I'm not going to put it on my cheeks and all. I'm just going to put a little bit on my brow bone. So I'm using the Becca Champagne Pop for this. Okay, I'm gonna be back.
Pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I'd like to meet, pretty woman. I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one could look as good as you.
This is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let me know how you like this look. Please leave it in the comments down below. This is something extremely different. I've never recreated a look like this from the past especially, and I love how this looks. I think it looks so good, especially my hair. I think my hair looks amazing and it's perfect for this video. The highlights was such a big thing in the 90s. Anyway, so thank you for watching. If you like this look, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to do next. Do follow me on Instagram as well. I usually post looks on Instagram on my stories and ask you guys if you want to see it. So if there's something you like or you want to see, you can let me know there as well. Everything will be in the description down below. All the products I use will be there in the description down below, just in case I didn't mention anything. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.